Hola, yo soy señora Loera, tu maestra de español. Today we'll talk about the verb ir. Ir means to go. We've talked previously of the verb to go plus adding a verb. For example, I go to eat. Yo voy a comer. So that is the verb to go plus another verb in the infinitive form. This time, we will learn the verb to go, but when we say to a place. So we still keep the verb to go, which is ir, but then we add the place after it. Let's go to the paper. I already have on the paper the verb ir means to go. So we have verbs, they end with AR, ER, IR. But in this case, the verb ir means to go. We're going to add either al or a la to say to. So let's do the verb to go in all the forms and then we'll go from there. As always, we draw our chart. The left part of the chart is the one person, yo, tú, él, ella, singular. The other part is a plural. Nosotros, ellos. So I, you, he or she, we, and they. Yo, tú, when we're talking to someone specifically. Él, if it's a boy. Ella, if it's a girl. Nosotros, we, I'm included. Ellos, they, them, I'm not included. So we'll conjugate the verb ir, and then we'll move from there. So we already know how to conjugate the verb ir. Yo voy. It's an irregular. Tú vas. Él or ella va. Nosotros vamos. Y ellos van. So we already know how to say the verb to go. I go to eat. Yo voy a comer. I go to drink. Yo voy a beber, etc. So this time we're talking about places specifically. So when we're talking about places, every place has a gender. Not that just girls go to schools and boys go to museums, and I'll explain why. But the word just ends either with an A or an O, sometimes an E. So we'll just go through several places, the most common places, and I'll explain when we use al or a la, which is the part I have here on the top. So let's start writing. Yo voy, that means I go, a la escuela. That is, I go to school. So we write a la because escuela ends with an A. Escuela is school. So I go to school. Yo voy a la escuela. Let's write the same word, escuela, but now in the tú form. Tú vas a la escuela. So the only thing that changes is who's doing the verb. Because it's you specifically, it is vas. Let's do it for he or she. Ella va a la escuela. We go. Nosotros vamos a la escuela. Y ellos van a la escuela. So now that we got the hang of saying the verb to go, you just have to remember and think, how does my chart go? Voy, vas, va, vamos, van. So after we learned yo voy, tú vas, él or ella va, nosotros vamos, ellos van, let's write a list of several places we can go to, and then we'll put it together in a sentence. So escuela is school, it ends with an A. I'll write a list right here. Museo is museum. Parque, park. Trabajo is where you work. Trabajar means to work. But in this time, trabajo is the place. Yo voy al trabajo. Or oficina. I'll write it as well. Alberca is pool. Playa. I'll write several more. Plaza. Like a shopping center. Another word we can use is, another place people normally go is the ice cream shop, heladería, maybe to a coffee shop, café, restaurante, supermercado, which are cognates. So let's work with this several places. Museo, museum, parque, trabajo, oficina, alberca, pool, playa, beach, plaza, the plaza, heladería, the place you go buy an ice cream because helado is ice cream, café, a coffee place, restaurante, a restaurant, y supermercado. So look at how the words end. Museo, supermercado, heladería, alberca. So depending on the ending of the word, it has to match. Either we say al or a la. And al, it's a contraction, and I can put it here on the top. This al is a contraction of a el. So instead of saying a el and a la, this is a contraction. We take off the e and we say al. Yes. So let's practice with some of the places we already have. I'll do one with each pronoun. Then you can practice after that. So we have tú. Tú vas. We'll just go in order because it's easier. Al museo. Ella va al parque. So in this case, they are both al. Nosotros vamos a la playa. I chose a la because it's playa. It ends with an A. And ellos van a la oficina. So they go to the office. So depending on how this ends, it's what we are choosing, either a la or al. So two things you have to keep in mind. What is the place I'm talking about? How does it end? And how do I conjugate the verb to go? Yo voy, tú vas, él va, nosotros es we, vamos, and ellos van. Think of some other places you can write about and try to start making sentences with all the pronouns. Again, the more you practice, the easier the verb to be can be. Yo soy señora Loera, tu maestra de español. Adiós.